Welcome.
The intro banging some more. I still like the intro song.
I do too. That's my theme song.
It is.
All right, so welcome back everyone to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, aka Hat Lady, aka Doc McPuffin, and always joined by my co-host,
Hannah Henderson up in the show.
All right, y'all. All right, so we have a wonderful episode today. We're going to be talking about cannabis and the introduction of the new bill into the Senate. And then we have our special guests, Mrs. Chan Cessna and Mr. Dunbar Bay. We're going to have them on in a few minutes after this. But we want first to tell you all how to watch the show. And Mr. Henderson always does a wonderful job. Go ahead and tell us how they can share and watch the show, because we're live on Instagram.
Download Status Network app on Google Play or Apple Store. Go to statusnetwork.net. You want to call in? That's 470-251-4647.
Right.
If you're on Instagram, we on Instagram. If you on Instagram, we on Instagram.
That's right.
ManifestTV.status. That's how you're going to find us. Wretched now.
That's right.
On Facebook, we on Status Network LLC. On Periscope and Twitter, we on Status_Network _. On Amazon Fire Stick and Roku, you'll download Status Network app. Yeah, we on there too. Manifest TV. Look for that program. Find the Holistic Cannabis Show. Mm-hmm. All right. You want to watch the reruns of the show? Go on YouTube, type in Manifest TV in the search bar, and look for Holistic Cannabis Show.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, y'all heard it. So we want to give a shout out to all of the July birthdays. All right, it's officially Leo season. All right, so we want to shout you all out, and also we want to just just tell everybody who's still advocating for cannabis this month, we're almost there. We have the new bill that was introduced into Congress, Senate today, or not on today, but this past week, and we want to continue our advocacy because we're being heard, y'all. We're actually about to get federal cannabis legalization here in all of America. Right. So this new bill introducing into the industry is going to provide more than just cannabis. It's going to provide financing for cannabis businesses. It's going to help get rid of the Regulation 280E, which Mr. Henderson has been talking about for a long time, and it's going to help with safe banking. So we're talking about all of that on this episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where we're talking about all things cannabis, all things health, all things wellness. So go ahead and watch this quick video as we continue, and we bring up our guest after this.
To make that a reality.
Yeah, well, I mean, no matter what we're talking about, whether it's KO with safe banking, the rule of thumb that I'll always tell our members is to remain politically engaged. Don't give up hope. I know, especially right now, trust me, I work in politics. It can be incredibly disheartening sometimes, but it's always important to stay engaged, whether that's at your state or local level even, but definitely federally as well. So never stop getting in touch with your representatives, your senators. But like you said, Aaron, safe banking has passed the House 7 times now, most recently attached as an amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act, which actually just passed the House, I think last week. My sense of time is a little messed up. It's been a busy day. But that passed out of the House last week. But again, the bill has been stuck in the Senate for a couple of years now. And so it enjoys 9 Republican sponsors on the Senate side. I think it has around, my memory serves me right, 40 co-sponsors in the Senate. And like you mentioned, that's really, really close to the 60 votes required in order to get around the Senate filibuster, especially knowing that there's already 9 Republicans signed on. So it's important to remain engaged. I know that banking is an issue that affects so many in our industry. And, we really see banking as an issue that, again, primarily affects small and equity businesses that cannot have the same access to capital as their larger counterparts. And so, again, that's not to say that certain improvements couldn't be made to SAFE. We're definitely trying to work with offices to do that. But again, have to work within the confines of what Congress is willing to do. So the interplay between KOA and SAFE, though, is one that is certainly tied together. Leader Schumer, along with specifically Senator Booker, have taken sort of a hardline stance on moving safe banking before comprehensive reform, i.e. KOA. And now that this bill has been introduced and that conversation has formally begun, I'm hopeful that maybe we can find some ways to move forward on SAFE. There's even been proposals out there about combining SAFE or some sort of SAFE Plus package with expungement provisions or research or veterans items. And so I don't have any updates on that yet. That's still a little nascent. We're still focused on KOA right now, but the fight for banking continues. And the good news is that we can all walk and chew gum at the same time. And so, excited that in every meeting we talk about banking, we talk about the tax issue of 280E, and we certainly talk about creating an equitable and diverse industry. And I think that KOA is a great first step at doing that.
Right on. Well, thank you, Michelle. And I just wanted to just say thank you to and your team in DC for having worked on this issue for so many years. And there's really nobody else who has been beating the drum for cannabis policy reform as long as NCIA. I think, Michelle, you've been here for over 8 years. It's hard to believe.
Almost, yeah.
And it's really a testament to your work that others have entered the space. We now have who knows how many cannabis lobbyists on the Hill But thanks to our members, NCIA is making sure that Main Street cannabis has a voice and a seat at the table in DC, not just Wall Street cannabis, not just those that are well-heeled enough to hire their own lobbyists. So big thank you goes out to our members for making this advocacy possible. And look out for more information, more detailed analysis of KOA and more in the coming days. And again, please join us in Washington, DC for our 10th annual Cannabis Industry Lobby Days, September 13th and 14th.
It was great to talk with you, Aaron. Thank you so much. People can find me at Twitter at Michelle Rutter if they want to ask me any questions about KOA. I'm happy to answer. And thank you guys again. Exciting day.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. All right, so we're back, and we have our wonderful guest with us today. We have Mr. LaTerrence Dunbar-Bay, a former NFL Falcons player. And tell them more about who you are and what you do.
Well, LaTerrence Dunbar-Bay, I'm from Dallas, Texas. We call it the Mecca of Oak Cliff, the Mecca in sports. Grew up in Dallas, Texas. I went to college at Texas Christian University. And about 20 years ago to this date, I was preparing myself to get ready for camp for the Atlanta Falcons. So I was actually drafted by the home team, so I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. All right, and then we have with us Ms. Chan Cessna. Go ahead and tell them about who you are, what you're doing in the community.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. My name is Chan Cessna. I am a best-selling author. I am a business coach. I'm a mentor to many. And I am on my journey of evolving and expanding myself in real estate and business. So I'm just excited to be a part of the show.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank y'all for coming out, and we want to talk about each one of the endeavors y'all are doing. So, Mr. Dunbar, can you first tell us who you are, what you're doing in the community, because you're doing so much. I mean, it's just unstoppable. So we're just prepared to hear everything that you're doing and give our audience how they can participate and help out as well.
Well, again, let me start at the beginning. If you want to follow me and Chance, you can follow her as CEO, Chan Cessna. Again, she is a #1 bookseller, author. We're going to try to keep her new books that she has coming back and coming out this year. She's also an artist. She just dropped her first single.
Yes,
win, so that's doing really well.
You guys stream it.
Yeah. But what I do, you guys, is since I retired, I've been looking to find ways to educate our community and provide them with the right resources when it comes to community development and community engagement. And so I challenge myself to work with beautiful people like yourself, nonprofits, and Sister Chance, CEO Chance, entrepreneurs, to see how we can go into our communities and we can provide real resources that our community can use. And I'm excited about what you guys are doing on your show, because this is an industry that's going to create more jobs for us. For the last 5 years, I've been working with Department of Labor, looking up programs that we could utilize that can now empower and influence our communities to do the right thing. So I'm using my title as a retired athlete to open up doors, but I'm actually going to be going back into these inner city communities and looking for 17 to 24-year-old individuals that want to change. So, and with CEO, she's been an inspiration. But once you hear more about her books, she has a book called Emerge and different things like that. But when you follow us on the IG, you can see our commitment to now changing our communities.
Awesome. That is awesome. All right, so we have a photo of some of the things that you do, and we could pull that up. That just lets it's like an all-in-one photo. So it shows you with your uniform on. It shows you being a philanthropist. It shows you being just a community liaison in general. And then you are helping out with the nonprofit, The Gift of Life, allowing the young adults ages 12 to 24 opportunity in the community to have a workforce, to provide jobs and training. And you have a school. So talk about your school.
Well, I think every student athlete or any and every individual, especially a melanated skin, needs to have their business. We need to know about philanthropy, and we need to know about workforce development and community engagement. And so we do have a slew of grants. It's grant writing season, and I actually get incentivized by helping out nonprofits from the NFL alumni and different foundations that are out there. But I'm definitely excited about LED 360. We are the first academy that'll be challenging the excuses that a lot of these professional teams make when it comes to giving to our community. For the last 4 years, I've witnessed that our community and our nonprofits have typically did about 95% of the labor. So it's time with my program and my leadership that we help raise these funds. And so, but I'm excited. So right now we have an opportunity to go into our communities, and if you are 17 to 24, if you are been in the juvenile system, homeless, pregnant, or if you just feel like it's time to change, we do have funding throughout all 50 states. I actually live in Puerto Rico. If you want to learn how to invest and save money and be able to grow communities, that's something you can look at. But again, you can follow us on Instagram, social media, Meet Dunbar, MEET Dunbar, DUNBAR.com. We have courses, but I love what you guys are doing. I'm actually here to be a student. That's why I'm here, you guys. Me and Chance, she was following me around. I said, I have to go and find a school that can give me everything I need. I see these dispensaries popping up. I see the benefits of understanding different herbs and herbs and how they mix. So again, I'm enrolling. So if you're out there and you want to be in class with me and some of my friends and celebrity partners, you definitely want to follow us today.
Okay, that's great. All right, so wonderful. So now you got to introduce Ms.
Yes,
Tan.
okay.
She is the queen of the emerging.
The queen of emerging. Yes, it's very exciting to have a person like this on my side that I can actually get mentored by every day. She has over 120,000 followers. She just dropped her single Win. It has over 100,000 likes. So we want to share this positive energy. She is an author. She's a speaker. She just launched her nonprofit, Rebuild Her Foundation. She's spoken at several seminars and conferences. She's also not a stranger to volunteering. For the last 2 weeks, this lady have guaranteed and gave me over 144 hours in the community. All right, so I'm definitely excited. And Chance, can you please let them know how to follow you and what your projects are and why you are in Atlanta?
Yes. So I'm at CEO Chance Cessna, and I'm the author of the book Emerge, as you guys see on the screen. Oh, that's so cute. And essentially, what my book is about emerging, and it's. For me, it's always been this powerful prophetic word, because at every stage in your life, you're going to have to emerge from something, whether you're emerging from, abusive relationship, or emerging from, debt, and you're trying to get on your feet and build financial stability. We're all emerging from something, and I believe that's the story that ties us together, and that is what gives us strength as people, especially as people of color that go through so many obstacles, and it's just so much that we have to go through. And with me, I have also an academy called Emerge University, where I teach financial education and I teach financial freedom, because I truly believe right now that financial freedom, when it comes to multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity.
Yes.
It's a necessity that you have multiple streams of income. It's a necessity that you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's right.
And you want to be in a position to thrive. And I always say this. I spoke at a conference recently, and I said, I create my own economy. I literally believe that CEO Chance Cessna, I have the power to create my own economy. So it doesn't matter what's happening in the news. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. It doesn't matter, what's going on in the White House. I am responsible for creating my financial future, my financial environment. I create my own energy. I create my own finances. I create my own economy. And once you start thinking like that, you no longer have that slave mindset. Now it's like, no, I'm in charge. I'm the CEO of my own life, and I'm going to be confident. I might fall, I might mess up in the process, but I'm always going to be committed to getting back up and emerging at every level, no matter what I go through, no matter what I face. So that's a little bit about me.
That is awesome. That's what's up, honey. You are doing your thing. Keep it going.
Thank you, guys. No, you guys keep this going. Yeah, you guys rubs off. You guys guys are doing an incredible job.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are doing incredible. I'm so happy to be in Atlanta. Atlanta it's always been a great city to me, and you guys are doing some really positive things, and it's about impact.
Yes.
It's about building brick by brick. It's
Yes.
not about getting caught up in the glamour, because what happens is when you get caught up in the glamour and the lights, you stop being as effective and productive as you really can be. So it's about focusing, getting distracted. So it's about how can I really focus on the details? How can I quiet myself, quiet my mind, quiet my spirit, so I can get strategy for the next level.
There you go.
And I can do what I need to do.
There you go. That's amazing. Powerful. Thank you so much for your information and coming on the show. We appreciate you guys, both of you together are building. We're working this out, y'all. Y'all see team building right here. This is what you see. When you look at this show, you see a building, you see building community, you see building financial freedom, you see health and wellness coming up, and making sure and ensuring that you have a holistic aspect. That's what it's about, mind, body, and soul. And so that's why we have the holistic cannabis show. Cannabis is just one part of the show, but having that collective effort in your life is going to be the powerful tool that we need to succeed and to be successful. All right, so we have some more items and some more things to talk about. Mr. Henderson wants to talk about some credit, and we have some news in the cannabis industry. As you all know and see, we are looking forward to a cannabis legalization all around. So if we can get cannabis on a whole, you know how many people have stopped using medications? We have a poll now. If you all have stopped any of your medications due to using cannabis, we want you to call the show. And Mr. Henderson, what's the number?
470-251-4647.
That's it. So call us if you have a testimonial of stopping any medications due to cannabis use. And I just want to say I have one right now. All right. So I have almost evolved from all of my medications due to being able to have my card, being able to have it when I need it. And unfortunately, in this industry, a lot of people have died because they have not had safe access. A lot of people were ashamed to even talk about cannabis for a long time, and that's why we're doing the show. That's why we're advocating in the area. And then of course we have the school. Education is important, just like you said, and informing individuals, especially in our government, on how to properly and safely administer cannabis into the society back again, because we already know that it was once before a legal substance. It was legal medication, and I talk about the history, and it was, you know, in all of the medications. All right, so from your pain medicine to your sleep medicine to your teas and things like that. Even the Queen Elizabeth and King Tut, from way back, they found and discovered cannabis was in the tombs. So yes, so if you all have gotten this education, you're enrolling in the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science in alliance with the Gift of Life Community Home, which is our nonprofit, and you can take the course for only $420, and that is available to you. And just like Mr. Dunbar was saying, he's enrolling. Ms. Chance is enrolling, and so there will be our next students for the next class that starts on August the 6th. So if you're interested in joining, please go ahead and call us 404-631-6360 or 1-888-959-2093. All right, Mr. Henderson, now what do you have on the topic of credits?
Credit. Somebody asked me, that sent me a Facebook thing the other day, and they asked me on there, what's the quickest way to build my credit? We'll get you some credit cards and add some positive history.
Yeah, you have a credit card. Let's see that one pop up that you have on
a credit card like this one.
Oh, no, that's
okay. That's my flyer. Now we're gonna first hit you with the information where you can find me at www.nthcredit.net. And what we do, we can help you remove foreclosures, student loans, late payments, bankruptcies, charge-off, public records, collections, judgments, repossessions, tax liens, inquiries, hard inquiries, medical bills, child support, and evictions. I do a lot. This beautiful gem right here is the Open Sky Secure Visa credit card. Now, some people say, hey man, I don't like using secure cards because that means I got to use my own money. But what's wrong with investing in yourself?
Right.
This card right here is going to get you 50 points per bureau. Open Skies gives everyone the opportunity to improve their credit with an 85% average approval rate for the past 5 years. There's no credit check, so guess what? You already stopped it. The inquiries. You find out instantly if you're approved, and it's an easy application. It takes less than 5 minutes, and you can do it right from your mobile device. So then they say, all right, then, so after I get this secure card, I'll put up my $200, but I would say put in $500 into a card like that, right? You go and do that 2 times or 3 times.
Right.
We even have credit card programs on our website, www.nthcredit.net. Yeah.
But you know what I love is I actually have that secure credit card, and Open Sky was one of the first cards that I got when I was building my credit.
Okay.
There was a time where literally I lost everything. I was homeless. I was sleeping in my car. I had to start from the bottom, and my credit was terrible. I couldn't get approved for a car. I couldn't get approved for a house. I couldn't get approved for an apartment. So I heard about that secure card, and I don't know, I only put literally the little bit I had left, I put it on that card. And that card actually started the journey to me building my credit, and now I can walk into the dealership and get approved for a car. I can walk into places and actually get approved, and all that anxiety and that fear that was connected to me having bad credit, I don't have it anymore. So you got to start somewhere. So secure cards, credit cards are a great way to start building your credit. So you have good personal credit, and then you build your business credit, and then you off to the races.
That's it.
Okay, so let me ask our panel up here. How many credit cards do you think it take to have a decent profile? How many different
do I
trade
have?
lines?
Oh,
3.
different trade lines or credit cards?
Trade lines.
Okay.
I would say at least 7, 8.
Okay.
All right.
7?
7, 8 different trade lines.
At least.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Me? Oh, I think about maybe 5 or 6. Yeah.
3 revolving credit cards.
Okay.
Yeah, a product or service.
Have at least 3 of those. 2 installment accounts, like store accounts, gas cards or Macy's dealers.
Okay, yeah, I got 2 of those.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Then you want to make sure that you're a primary on all of those, right?
Okay.
They're going to report within 30 days. Then you start jumping up. Then they'll report again at 60 days. Now you go and apply for unsecured cards. Answer the American Express and answer a high limit Visa.
You give it a game. He give it a real game.
Yeah.
800. You want 800?
Exactly
You take
what
out
you
all
need to
that.
do.
800. It's the proper mix of accounts, see? And that's what people have to understand. It's
Yes.
more than just 5 store credit cards or 5 merchant accounts. You got to actually have the right mix and
Right.
age. So the only thing that can give you age is time.
Right.
You just got your tip right there. www.nthcredit.net. Holla at your boy.
Peace.
Holla at your boy.
Holla.
Give it out all the
Holla at your
game.
boy.
That's it. That's it. All right. So we have some more topics. We have some more topics and news on cannabis. So let's get those pictures and things going. All right, Mr. Dunbar, go ahead and talk about this a little bit. I know you touched on it a little bit. What else are we doing here?
Well, this is why I'm excited to be here as well. Not only do me and Chance try our best to go out and provide services and information and bring and support nonprofits like yourself, we are now able to partner with the whole city or the whole state of Georgia, the city of Atlanta, as well as the surrounding counties, as a vendor as well as a partner. So if you are 17 to 24, we now have the best pathway to philanthropy and entrepreneurship. We're definitely excited about this joint venture. I'm definitely excited about you getting approved.
Yes.
A lot of nonprofits are not getting approved. So for you to be representing and be one of my clients that actually been approved here in Georgia, it's a blessing. But please follow this information. Please go and follow Sister Dr. Henderson so that you can enroll. Dr. Henderson, please give them the right address for them to enroll, and how can they apply starting tomorrow?
Yes, so come on out, 820 Highway 138, and that's in Riverdale, Georgia, right outside of the city limits. But indeed, we're working for a better cause in the city. So if you are qualifying, that means you're between the age of 16 and 24, and you are not employed or you're seeking employment, you can come on out to the Holistic Wellness Center and get enrolled. We have the applications on site. We refer you and send over your application directly to the workforce. We have the workers at the workforce waiting on you to fill out the application and come on over. So once you get done with that application, you submit your approval, and we send it over to become approved officially through the workforce, and you are hired. And you come back to us. We're the work site who provide the training, and we can send you over to one of our partners who are actual business partners of the Gift of Life Community Home. And once they are a partner and approved, they have at least 2 workers to come and join their work sites every month. So become a business partner today if you have not already, and you can get your interns dedicated from the workforce and learning and training with the Gift of Life Community Home. All right, and that's that.
Kapow.
Pow. All right, Mr. Dunbar.
Well, again, who am I? Community project developer. I feel like we do have the resources. We are one of the co-founders of the No Excuse Conference. If you have any projects, if you feel like you have any doubt and you need to make a change but nobody's gave you the answer, I am the guy. I am the plug. And I'm excited to be back in Atlanta by way of Puerto Rico, by way of Dallas, Texas. But it's time for us to now give ourselves real resources, and that's what I'm here to do. And I'm happy to be amongst the show.
Yes.
Thank you for you two, the Hendersons, as well as CEO, for joining us today.
All right.
That's
Thank
what's up,
you.
my brother.
All right, so adults only karaoke and casino night. All right, so if you come on out, we're fundraising, and this is you don't get any cash prizes. You may get some products or any of our services like the class or anything like that if you come out and you participate. And we also use the proceeds to the scholarships and back to school funds. So we want you to come out and join us. We had a great time the other night. So if you missed out, come on out and help those young adults and those teenagers become self-sufficient in the community with the fundraising opportunity.
Right.
All right.
Amen.
Amen. All right. So the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science. If you can't come to us, we can come to you. Our courses are now available live and remote, so you can log into your Zoom account and get all the information that you need from home or wherever you are. All right, and then we're offering an additional great benefit with 12 months of cannabis content ready for you for only $199. For those who enroll today or this week, we will include this in your cannabis course for $420. That's a steal of a deal because you're getting all of the continuing education. Maybe there was some outdated information, some new up-to-date information that you want to include in the cannabis 5 weeks course, and it's all here. You get 12 months access to all of the magazines, information, and you get to take online courses that give you a certification online.
Well.
So the breaking news, yes,
Let's go.
Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act is introduced in the Senate.
Let's
All
go.
right, so if this is passed, the bill would decriminalize cannabis on the federal level, and it would end the prohibition of cannabis. That means, Mr. Henderson, what does that mean for the financing industry?
It's about to be a whole lot of money in this spot. It's about to be a whole lot of money in this. They passed this law right here federally that criminalizes it. One thing that's gonna be for sure gonna
What's
be the
that?
thing that I'm gonna stand on top of Mount Everest and scream, "Buy 280E, see you later."
Bye.
Because that means that now businesses will be able to take deductions that they were otherwise barred from because they sold and participated in the schedule of in the trafficking or selling of a Schedule 1 drug, which cannabis is right there, Schedule 1. By passing this law, now you allow the other bigger banks and corporations to fund monies to these dispensaries or whatever your cannabis business is, right? Well, everybody know that you can't have a cannabis plant without a farmer.
Yes.
It's
All
a
right.
whole lot of money.
A whole lot of
It's
money.
about to be a whole lot of money.
All right. So will legalization be on the ballot in Arkansas, Nebraska, North Dakota, and Oklahoma? So advocates have submitted signatures and are awaiting qualification. That's the next big thing in the news. So, but if that COA passes, then all of the other states, they'll be automatically legalized.
They'll be automatically
yeah. So is it any surprise that chronic pain patients surveys said cannabis was more effective than opioids? All right, so we already know that the opioids can cause the addictions. They can, create the side effects with the liver. We already talked about some of this before. And if you don't know, cannabis helps with pain. We have pain creams. You can take it in a cream. You don't have to smoke cannabis, right? So you can take it in a cream. You can drink it. You can eat it. And so we're talking about fixing food with it in order to help our patients who suffer from chronic pain. Instead of having to smoke it, you don't have to smoke cannabis. Okay, so again, you don't have to smoke cannabis in order to get the pain relief. We go by a bio-individual basis to be able to promote what benefit is best for that person. So all right, so what else we got? Executive order. Colorado executive order prevents denial of professional licensure to those with past cannabis convictions. What does that mean, Mr. Dunbar?
You can now have an opportunity to correct and control the output of the things you felt guilty about. It's time to now, you guys, come to this university, learn about how to properly grow. They're changing the laws. It's a more effective way for us to now rebuild and grow in our community. So I'm glad and excited about what you're doing.
Yes, expunging those records. Yes, those who have gone to jail, who have been incarcerated due to low amounts of cannabis. It's not a crime that should be, people should be in jail for. This is medicine, and they're bragging about this. And I read an article, and not to get off the subject, but I read an article today about how some police in Georgia was happy about busting a grow facility. And it was like all of that medicine is going to be for somebody's health benefit. And if you all are controlling that and controlling this and that of another, and y'all won't even give these licenses out freely to the people who can actually work in a business environment, offering entrepreneurship, right, to those individuals who are growing this. Anybody can grow cannabis. It takes, Mr. Henderson, tell them, it takes a special type of to grow the medication.
Take about 2-3 months. But I don't grow none. That's just my disclosure.
Don't you say that. But I'm just saying, for the school, if you go to come and enroll in the classes, you will find out how the cannabis industry is teaching you how to grow cannabis, how to lab test cannabis, how to use the machines to work on the cannabis labs, how to cook with cannabis, and all of that. All right. So what else do we have in the news? All right. So the governor explained the exclusion of people from the workforce based on medical related activities that are lawful in Colorado but illegal in other states hinders our economy and our state. So it is hindering, and so with them passing that COA in the Senate and putting that in to where they pass it on a federal level, this will help all states not worry about past convictions in the workforce. So if you now have a conviction of cannabis, you can get a job and you will be successful, and we're going to help you.
Well, yeah, because they need somebody to buy the weed.
They need somebody to buy it, and they need somebody to help them to create the jobs. Because nowadays, they are short-staffed on a lot of these jobs, and a lot of people are quitting because they can't pass
That sound weird.
a drug test.
Right.
All right.
That sound weird.
Yes.
We're gonna give you the weed. Oh, now let me help you get a job so you can go buy more weed, so that you can add to the tax base, so we can all get the money.
That's it. It's a money thing. It's all about the numbers.
Yeah.
Come on with that safe banking, boy. Come on with that Safe Banking Act. I'm telling y'all, man, when you pass that Safe Banking Act right there, check this out. Now you allow banks to be able to hold funds for people who grew cannabis. One of the main problems that dispensaries in California and Colorado had was, I can't find a bank to deposit all this cash.
Right.
It's a whole lot of money in this. Man, look up. You get so much money till you can't even deposit it all in a bank. Now you trusting your employees to take it home, or you leaving it in a dispensary in a safe place. Well, the problem is you open yourself up to an element of crime. If you took that money home and deposited or held that money home under the mattress in the garage, however, guess what? You can only do so much. A dispensary gonna make about $300,000 a day.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with all that cash?
That's right.
That was the problem.
All right.
That's why we need that safe banking to come on through. All right.
That's it.
We need that so that we could correct the tax code to ADE, abolish that.
Yes.
Now banks like JP Morgan Chase gonna start making moves. Wells Fargo gonna start making moves. Y'all can expect all the big dogs who've been waiting to make that money
Yes.
from the cannabis space. It is projected to be $20 billion by in a couple years from now.
That's it.
Everybody wants that money.
20 billion. Y'all heard that?
Wow.
20 billion in about two
When I hear
years.
about a gagillionaire, that was funny. Can you become a gagillionaire?
I wish.
I know, right? All right, so the latest news, and Senate leaders introduced the legislation to end federal marijuana prohibition. So we talked about that. District of Columbia mayor signs legislation prohibiting most employers from discriminating against cannabis consumers. So can't discriminate, y'all. House members once again advance safe banking reform in must-pass NDAA package, including cannabis protection for veterans. Woohoo! And then marijuana-related ballot initiatives and referenda was made on July 2020. All right, so you got to go and read. All right, so go and join the normal NORML group where you can get more information on all of the latest news in cannabis. All right. All right. Shouts out to Peachtree Normal, and again, our condolences and rest in peace, Mr. Tom McCain, the backbone of cannabis in the Atlanta, Georgia area, or in Georgia, period. All right. So how common is cannabis use in chronic pain patients? We talked about this. We already know that it is very important. Now all ages and people of all nationalities are indulging in cannabis. It is every day. You may not know, but they are getting a better package of relief without the harmful side effects. And so we want to continue to advocate for those who are constantly looking for a better and alternative to their pain. All right, and then a plurality of Americans support a federal legalization mandate. Is this even possible? All over the United States. Y'all see that?
Hell yeah.
It's coming. All right. And in the U.S., the senators have finally introduced their long-awaited bill. And we keep on talking about this because we can make it. We cannot wait to make this a reality.
Right. It sounds good, but do y'all really think that they going to pass that in the Senate?
Right.
What you think?
What you think?
They already shot the Moores Act through there, right?
They
The Moores Act already passed. The Safe Banking Act been attached to a couple different bills. And every time it always passed in the House in majority record numbers, all right, real high numbers.
Right.
Then it goes to the Senate. Do y'all ever think it's going to pass in the Senate this time?
Well, it depends. If you grow at home, if you have a medical certification and you have your card, a lot of these rules and things that they're passing is not even really relevant to you. You are able to move freely, but I do hope it passes. I do know that the job creations that come from about this, you talk about the agriculture, you're talking about the workforce development, you're talking about the food shortage, you're talking about CTE, PTSD, the benefits of student athletes, or professional athletes that are now retiring. We do need an alternative to the opioids.
Yes.
The health benefits, the different screening, and if we can now come up with a solution that we can create a culture that the black and brown have been segregated against and penalized against when it comes to the 3 strike laws and things like that and acts. I think it's time for us to now educate our young people as well as learn ourselves the benefits of it and not miss this gap of the information gap. So if it's for you, come take the course and you'll be mature enough to know the proper way to act if they pass this bill or not. Right. So that's how I look at it. I'm excited about the medical benefits, the benefits of just being able to come up with a healthier choice and an easier way to offset any anxiety that you might feel like you have. So, but that's not the only thing. Make sure you add in the health, the workout with it, and the proper rehydration of your body. So,
Right, you're talking about the health coach, the medical cannabis health coaches, which walks you through. Now we have some that was in actually Mississippi. Mississippi went legal before we did, y'all. And we have our medical cannabis health coaches who went out this past weekend and set up a booth. And I mean, they represented the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science. So we're thankful to them. Shouts out to Miss Tawana Brown and my other new student, Miss Courtney Brown. Y'all are the real MVPs views because y'all are sharing our stuff. What they say, why you not famous yet?
Because you ain't sharing my shit.
Yeah.
So we are, we're trying to, not about fame, but it's all about becoming a advocate for people who are in need, because there's not a lot of people who are educated enough to be able to stand up for what's right. And if we perish for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
So once we get that knowledge that we need to overcome this, we're all going to be in a better place. I mean, happier. My own self, I see the difference in myself and in my children and my husband. He's always talking about how much better I am with cannabis. He said I should have done it a long time ago, y'all.
All you had to do was listen to it.
So, I mean, the uniqueness, and then we talk about emerging and becoming a person that we want to be. Well, you can't emerge if you're suffering from anxiety. You can't emerge if you're dealing with stuff, and it's like a weight on your shoulder. When you get the right combination of the medicine, the food, the nutrition, the finances, it's all holistic, y'all. It's all mind, body, soul. So you become able to finally become the woman that you want to be. And I stand with Ms. Chance on emerging, and I'm ready. I'm in the position to where let's go, let's do it, and let's fly like butterflies, All right, so what other news do we have? All right, so we do have the Wellness Center that is available for you to come out and join us, and we'll be there. Will y'all be there next week, or how are y'all gonna come out and visit us? Are y'all gonna help out, or what do you want to do?
Over the next 24 to 40 hours, we'll be definitely inviting anybody out, especially business owners in 17 to 24, any nonprofit or anybody that deals with that population. Please send them out the next 2 days so that we can definitely get them into the right path to entrepreneurship. You get a chance to meet me and Chance, and you can actually ask us questions about entrepreneurship. Follow us on Instagram. We have a lot of resources, a lot of connections here in Atlanta, but we're here to partner and work with other business owners as well. So follow us, meet us at the center this week. We'll probably be here until about Wednesday, so definitely pull up on us, and let's make it happen, A-Town.
Pull up on
There you go.
Pull up on me.
Pull up on us. All right, and this was the wonderful event in Mississippi. So again, shouts out Miss Tawana Brown and Miss Courtney Brown for taking our information. And she's actually a medical cannabis health coach who graduated, and she has her certification through the American Association for Drugless Practitioner. And she graduated with our first class. And this is her tea. She sells tea, and she also advocates and consults with patients on one-on-one for those who are just now starting cannabis, so that they can have a actual walk step by step through to using cannabis. Because some people, they don't understand. They can use it and they may not see the benefits at first, or they may not know the dosages, or they may not know the proper techniques that is good for them, the route of administration that's going to help them without giving them a negative experience. Because we all know that if you just jump into it, it could kind of give you a negative experience. We've all had one, where we've taken too much of a brownie, and the package label said you only take a little piece, and we thought it was a joke, right? So we actually have those cannabis health coaches who will walk you through the process, and who will take notes and will actually write down step by step how your experience was, if you need more or less, starting out low dosage, using the creams properly, being able to properly dose edibles if you're going to eat the edibles, or if you're going to drink it, or the low dose THC oil we already know is beneficial because it allows you to use a 1-to-1 ratio for cannabis and the THC versus the CBD products, because you can alter the amount of high or the experience of euphoria once you have actually a CBD products to bring it down. And they use a lot of that for cigarette smokers who want to quit smoking cigarettes. They have the CBD products, which don't get you high. And I've had to argue with a lot of my veterans or a lot of my people who work and explain to them that CBD oil does not get you high. You know, I don't care what you say or what you do. If you have an actual CBD product, it's not going to get you high. You're not going to be out of your mind. It's not going to kill you. So we just want to make sure as a medical cannabis health coach that you get the correct coaching through your medical cannabis. All right. All right, Mr. Henderson. Oh, this was the question. What medications have you stopped as a result of using cannabis? Anybody on the panel want to talk about that? Yeah. Have you, Mr. Henderson, had to stop any medication?
What medications have I stopped as a result of using cannabis? Flexeril.
Okay. All right. Flexeril.
Oh yeah. Muscle relaxers? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. It relaxes your muscle.
It was much easier just to ingest the THC.
All right, there you go. All right.
Because with Flexeril, you're going to get, what do you call it, dehydrated.
All right, well, I can tell you a little bit about some medications that can stop once you try cannabis. And I know a lot of people who are taking diabetic medication or who suffer from high blood pressure. Cannabis does help regulate high blood pressure and diabetes. So THCV is a strain that you should look up, and that should be our strain of the week, which is a high strain of THCV product that will help to regulate your blood sugar levels. It does the opposite of THC, which suppresses the appetite. It actually decreases the appetite so that you can have a better way to function and eat and choose your foods healthy, and you can regulate that blood sugar and the diabetes. All right, so you can get off of that medication. Anybody want to walk through it or get a card, please give me a call. 404-631-6360, and I can talk to your doctor, that your primary care doctor that you're on currently, and we can get those medications weaned. All right, so never stop cold turkey though. We want you to make sure that you go through the proper protocol. All right, so Mr. Henderson, anything else you'd like to add?
I just saved 10% of my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Oh, God. Just silly. Yep. All right, Ms. Chance, would you like to add anything before we get out of here today?
No, I had a great time on the show today, and I love that you guys are enlightening people with new opportunities and just new ways to heal themselves and to care for themselves, because self-care, healing yourself, that's very, very important now. So I'm on my own health journey, so it's been very, very good for me, and I appreciate being on the show.
Awesome. Again, your book. Tell them where to get that book.
Absolutely. So you can get my book, Emerge, Breakthrough into Your Destiny. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and ultimately wherever books are sold online.
Amen. All right. And Mr. Dunbar?
Well, it's important. Again, this is why I definitely am enrolling, just to learn the benefits. Typically, I'm now pass over things I typically in the past has missed opportunities to jump on something that benefits me. So I'm excited. Please follow us, meetdunbar.com. Follow me. Learn about what we're trying to do. We're definitely excited about our programs and what we're doing, and change the game when it comes to philanthropy, student athletes, workforce development, and community engagement. So I'll let you guys know about the next show. I'll be definitely like to attend and let you know my 7-day experience with class. And I'm excited so I can be, more knowledgeable about the changes that's happening in our economy when it comes to cannabis and THC and CBD. So I'm excited to see what the future might hold with the show. I'm excited to see how we can help bring more visibility to your school. I'm loving what you're doing with your nonprofit, so keep that up. And then we're looking to network with anybody else that comes to this shop in Atlanta that has access to some real life resources, so we can continue to go to our communities and offer no excuses and real resources, so we can at least be knowledgeable about our next steps. So thank you again for what you're doing, you and Dr. Henderson.
Awesome. All right. Well, y'all heard it here. I want to thank everyone for watching and thank our guests for coming out. You all didn't have to, but you did. And we will see you all next time, same place and same time on the Holistic Cannabis Show.
Peace. Smoke.